Hi guys, Afrina here. Hi again, how are you? Hope you are all doing really well. I am. I've just come on here today just to share some of my tips and, let me see, I've written it down actually because I know I'll forget stuff. So it's just my tips for hair growth and hair retention. Obviously hair is always growing, so it's mainly about retaining length. If you look at the growing part, most of it's to do with your genetics, and that's something you can't change. But what you can do is eat healthily, drink plenty of water, and exercise. Exercise is excellent. It gets your blood flowing. If you've got a healthy body, then what your body's going to produce is going to be healthy. So exercise, and drink that water. That's all I drink. I don't drink fizzy drinks. If I'm not drinking water, you might see me drinking a herbal tea of some sort. My favourite at the moment is red bush tea and peppermint tea. So yeah, that's what I like to do. As well as eating well and drinking well, I do take vitamins. I don't take them for hair growth, I just take them to keep my body healthy, because at the end of the day, even when you are eating healthy, it's hard to get everything in that you need. So if I take my supplements, I know that I'm going to get all the vitamins that my body needs. So that's going to help with hair growth, nail growth, keeping your skin clear, keeping your body healthy, all that good stuff. So that's tip number 2. Another thing, this is more to do with hair retention, and a lot of the reason why we don't see hair growth is because we're messing with our hair. Basically, if you leave that ish alone, it will grow. It will be fine. Leave it the hell alone. Just stop over manipulating your hair. I find when I'm doing a lot with it, that's when I start to see like single strand knots at the ends of my hair. Once you've got the knots in, you're going to start getting breakage, and then you're going to have to keep trimming to get rid of that, so your hair's not going to grow. You're cutting off more than you need to be cutting off. So I try to do a lot of protective styles. I do have some protective style videos up that I will link to this video, and I like to do low manipulation styles as well. So what the difference is between those two: with protective styles, I have my hair in a style and I'll leave it like that for a week plus. What I like to do mainly is like braids, so I would do like braids with extensions, or I would do kinky twists, or I might do a twisted updo, a cornrow style, something that I don't have to touch my hair or do anything to it other than spray on some sort of moisturiser to it. So that'd be my protective styles. My low manipulation styles, they're styles that you don't have to do a lot to achieve them. So you don't have to be combing your hair or, you know, doing a lot of parting to your hair to achieve that style. It's basically just twisting it up or putting it back. Very simple styles, and I've got some videos of that as well, so I will link that as well. So that's that part. What I like to do, I like to keep my hair wrapped all the time when I'm home. See, it's wrapped at the moment. This is how I slept on it. Let me take it off for you, but this is what I wear until I keep it on at night, and I probably won't take it off until I'm actually getting ready to leave. But since for the video, I will take it out and let you see my hair at the moment. This is what I would call a protective style. It's in twists. This is my own hair at the moment, no extensions. I'm trying to lay off extensions just for a little bit for all my edges, because I was having problems with them. But as you can see, they're actually filling in quite nicely. That's my hair at the moment. So it's in twists, and I've banded it. So I've got a band there to hold it in, and then I've put several bands in just to keep it stretched. And that is actually another point. My hair is tightly curly hair, very tightly curly hair, and that makes your hair weak. I did have a strand. Let me get a strand of hair. I actually kept a strand of hair so I can show you what my hair looks like. Bear with me just a second. Right, I hope it can be seen on camera. This is a stretched piece of my hair. Get a piece of paper. I'm not sure if you're picking up that. My hairs are very fine, as you can see. I don't have thick hairs. They're very fine. And at each bend, this is a stretched piece of hair, bear in mind. That's why it looks like that. But when it's wet, it's very coily. And at each bend, that is basically a weakage on your, I don't think that's even a word, but that's a weak spot on your hair. and you know, every time you're combing it or whatever, that's a point at where your hair can break, so you have to be very, very careful if you have tightly coily hair like I do, or curls in general. And with that said, for me, I find now that my hair's getting longer, it's better for me to keep my hair stretched all the time. As soon as it's allowed to curl up on itself, it start to interlock with itself, and then you get knots at the end of your hair, or hairs knotting up together. And then that is a problem when it comes to detangling, which, can be tiresome. And then when you're not, when you're tired and you start rushing, and then that's a problem there as well. So I keep my hair stretched all the time. When I wash my hair, I wash it in sections, and I keep them twisted and then bantu knotted up until I'm ready to wash that section. And as soon as I wash that section, I twist it back up again, and while it's drying, it will stay that way. Then the style that I choose would probably be something like twists, something that's going to keep my hair stretched all the time. And that will prevent, so the next time I have to detangle, it won't be as much of a problem, and it will prevent any problems later on. Let's see, what else have I got here? Conditioning. I like to condition my hair once a week. You can do it as often as you feel your hair needs it. Sometimes when it comes to winter time, I like to do it maybe every other week, because I don't wash my hair as much when it's colder. But yeah, I do mine once a week. I do it overnight, so that's when I will detangle my hair. I put the deep conditioning on, detangle, twist up, bantu knot, put a plastic bag on it, and then tie it up with my headscarf, and I'll leave it like that throughout the evening, overnight, and the next day I will wash it out. So deep conditioning is really good for your hair. Keeps that moisture in your hair, and then if your hair is nicely moisturised, it's less likely to break. Growth. There you go. You see, everything has a purpose. And the way I moisturise it, you have to moisturise your hair, of course. The way I moisturise, I use the lock method. Basically, that means liquid, oil, and then cream. So my liquid of choice is water. Sometimes it's aloe vera juice with a bit of water and some vegetable glycerin. But mainly it's just water. My oil of choice is normally avocado. No, it's not avocado. It's olive oil. Normally I use olive oil, and sometimes I use castor oil, or I use them both mixed together. And then my cream is always a leave-in conditioner. I don't use stylers that much. If I'm having a long-term protective style, then I'll put in some sort of thicker moisturising sort of styling product, but mainly I just use a leave-in conditioner. That's what I like to use. And then what else? You always, of course, with all the tips that I've given you, they may not work for everybody, so you have to know what works for your hair, and that is obviously going to be like trial and error. You have to try something to know if it works. If it doesn't work, move on. Don't stick with it if it's it's not working and it's causing your hair problems. Just because it's see that girl over there with really long hair and she's doing this and you're trying it and it's not working for you, you need to know to give up on that particular path and find the one that works for you. And that goes for products as well. Like, you have products that you try and you don't like it in your hair, and you're like, oh, I need to use it up, I don't want to waste it. Well, putting it in your hair and causing problems, that's not a good way to go. So it's better to give it away to somebody who might find use from it than put it in your hair and then keep damaging it that way. So yeah, those are my tips for retaining length, keeping it healthy. And I did forget one point actually. You need to trim. Every so often you need to trim your hair. I like to dust my ends mainly. I don't like trimming. I hate it. But I know that it's necessary. And I did do a good trim about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I've noticed the difference in my hair with the tangling and all that stuff. So yeah, every so often, when you feel your hair needs it, give it a trim. If you see any single strand knots, what I like to do, if I just see anything, I'll just nip it away straight away. Just get the scissors out and cut that off. And yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I love comments, so please comment and subscribe, and give some of my other videos a look in if you haven't seen any of them before. And yeah, thumbs up. So thanks for watching. Bye.